Ole Miss has cracked the 70-point mark in each of its first two games. Clearly the offense is humming, but the challenge gets much more difficult this week when the Rebels travel to number 2 Alabama. A year ago, you might recall, Ole Miss beat Alabama in Oxford. Early returns are good for the Crimson Tide as usual. They handled Wisconsin, they blew out Middle Tennessee. But Bama is still trying to figure things out at quarterback. And we talk about Ole Miss's offense all the time, but it's a very, very good defense that really makes this game intriguing. They don't like it much, but Georgia Tech is used to being overlooked. That might change this week. The Yellow Jackets are a slight favorite at Notre Dame. Paul Johnson's triple option has been putting up plenty of points. And even though the level of difficulty is about to skyrocket against the Irish, there's plenty of reason to go with Tech in South Bend. Notre Dame just keeps losing starters to injuries. The biggest so far is quarterback Malik Zaire, who suffered a broken foot in the win over Virginia last week. Deshaun Kaiser threw the winning touchdown, and he's got a lot of talent. But the ceiling for Notre Dame feels different now. They don't look like a playoff contender. Georgia Tech just might be. Everybody's wondering what's wrong with Auburn. Jeremy Johnson has struggled. The defense has been erratic. The Tigers barely escaped Jacksonville State last week. But the biggest deal is Auburn is 2-0. They're going to have to play a lot better though, beginning this week in Baton Rouge. LSU won on the road at Mississippi State, but the Tigers stuck almost exclusively to the run game. But what about the passing game? Brandon Harris was 9 of 14 for 71 yards, and that's good. But if and when LSU needs more, and they will need more, can he deliver? Both teams have questions that have to be answered. Another week, another Hail Mary win for BYU and freshman quarterback Tanner Mangum. And all of a sudden, there's talk at 2-0 about what happens if the Cougars go undefeated. Let's hold off on that a little bit. Let's see what happens Saturday in Pasadena first, where with true freshman quarterback Josh Rosen, UCLA looks an awful lot like a playoff contender. It'll easily be the biggest challenge so far this season for both teams. And if it's close at the end, well, we all know what's coming, right? USC was a trendy pick back during the offseason for the college football playoff. If we've overlooked them the first couple of weeks, it's only because of the competition or lack thereof. But the Trojans have done exactly what they were supposed to do against Sun Belt opponents Arkansas State and Idaho. Now here comes Stanford, which rebounded from that opening loss at Northwestern by blowing out UCF. And so we're going to get to see Cody Kessler and the Trojans against Power 5 competition for the first time.